Welcome everyone, this is Bobo the Vulture, and this is Let's Play Catachresis, a way too scary game. You know, I'd sort of let time get the better of me, and I hadn't made any real good plans for Halloween this year. But I couldn't let my fans of Let's Play Graveyard Golf go disappointed. So instead, we'll be playing this spooky game. I'll be playing this blind. So, all scares are real. Press the up button to continue. Please wear headphones while you play this game. I am wearing headphones, but I'm listening to the audio through speakers. Hopefully it'll still work. So, you can move using the left and right buttons, and interact and speak and progress dialogue by pressing up. I can turn a light on or off by pressing down. I'm going to progress by pressing the up arrow. This game features a basic saving and loading feature. To save your game, press the S key at any time. To load from that save, you may press the L key at any time. There is only one save slot, so pressing the S key will always override your current saved game. If you wish to start a new game, just don't hit either of those buttons. Fair enough. Let's go on our way. I must be this guy. Can't believe they called us out on this one, Jeff. Every night this week. The end of town has seen a lot of action lately. Sure, Terrence, but that's just how it is. If every house on the block has clogged pipes, then the plumber goes to every house. We're like that. So we're ghost plumbers? Yeah, we're ghost plumbers. So what does the sheet say? Tuesday I was down the block and had a nasty case of Rusalkas. Flashed in and out of existence in the attic. Thought I'd never get them. The report didn't have anything that specific. Probably a tier 1 event, judging by the anonymous reports. Screaming and vanishing. Poltergeist-like kind of stuff. Oh, and, wall tentacles. Wall tentacles? Why does it always have to be wall tentacles? They're like snakes. Well, at least I'm not hung over this time. The last tier 1 I had came on the tail end of a bender, and every beer smelled like calamari for a month. Yeah, the chart memorized, right? Aquarian calendar and psychic readout puts us lower left of the pentagram, so look'em should be the watchword. What would I ever do without you, Terrence? Reading my reports, checking up on my watchwords. My hero. I don't have everything. Kevin's reading levels right now, so why don't you see what he has for you? I'll hit you on the earpiece if anything else comes down the wire. Got it. Thanks. Oh, pressing up when I'm not around anything to interact with just makes my hand go. Hey, bud. This guy's speaking in lorem ipsum. For those who are not aware of it, lorem ipsum is a just set of Latin text that gets used as filler text within print documents. Like if you're designing something and you don't have all the words yet, you just put in lorem ipsum of the appropriate number of letters, or the appropriate number of words. Like you know that you have a 500-word document coming out, you just get a lorem ipsum generator, and you use 500 words of that. Anyways. Hey Jeff, glad to see you made it on time tonight. They gave me the van until morning. Do you have anything for me, or are we going to be stuck here all night, just like every other time they send you to fill in for someone more qualified. Whoa. You just do the work and learn to read a couple dead languages, you'd never have to see me again. You know that Linda on Squad 3 doesn't even go with the research team anymore? Linda's 5 years younger than I am, and 5,000 times more qualified for this job. I come in, read the reports, I go on the jobs, I get paid. So shut it and tell me what you have. I'm apparently getting too old for this shit. You want me to shut it? Kevin. Yes, baby? Alright, alright. I'm waiting on some research chump back at the base to give me something more specific, but right now I can tell you that I'm detecting something disciplined out there, baby. I mean, the moment he became Kevin, obviously, he's Wolfman Kevin. Disciplined? The wild stuff always puts the levels off the charts. Ghasts, ghost animals, zombies, bestiary stuff. They don't know how to turn it off. They just scream and fly around, and we can usually pin them down their location based on that. We didn't like that here. Just a solid, humming kind of thing. Real tier 1 stuff, but not just for power. Whatever is in there has control, and that's scary. Vampire, maybe. Probably not a werewolf, daddy. Ooh, Wolfman Jack would be out here with me, baby. Probably not a construct either, based on what you're saying. Terrence said that he thought there were all tentacles? Based on the charts, there are almost certainly tentacles, both fleshy and ephemeral. You got your work cut out for you, Jeff. We're not getting home early tonight. We got a perimeter set, though, and that should keep everything contained to this block. The aerial map looks pretty simple. So warehouses, fences, a store. Your basic Rust Belt composition. Really tall fence, too. Alright, guess I'll get to it. Good luck. Perhaps I should save. It beeped. Hopefully that means it's saved. There are 3 slashes. Nothing is happening. Wow, this is a vision test. Who? You gonna make me get closer to the screen so that I can read? Is that what's going on here? I'm not very good with the very quick flashes of text here. They'll appear much larger on your screen than they do mine. I will probably be able to trim this down for display on YouTube, but this is actually a small box within a box on my computer screen here. Jeff, this is Terrence. Are you picking me up? Yeah, you just scared me a little. It's pretty creepy out here. Kevin said there's a warehouse out up ahead, but all I've seen are creepy psychic messages scrawled in the air. Oh, sorry about that. Those are totally in the report. I should have said something. Psylink indicates that you're not that far away from the warehouse. No one told me I was up on Psylink. Last tech guy I talked to said that anyone who gets hooked in gets some kind of power. I don't feel like I can fly. Can I fly? I don't know anything about that. I'll have Kevin get on the horn with you about it soon. He's trying to get a lead on what's crawling around out there. Great. Glad he's taking his time. Isn't like I could be torn apart by 1,000 different monsters or anything. Call me back when you have something. Oh, there's a figure that just appeared back there. Okay. And, go ahead and save. What's this on the doorknob? Ecto Cooler! That's not a good sign. Terrence, you can't do that. You can't just yell in my ear like that. Sorry, Jeff. Pretty bored here at the van. Kevin says he's getting some weird pulses from that warehouse, and that ectoplasm isn't a good sign. He's reading some old book right now. He says it looks promising. So what am I supposed to be doing here? Taking care of things as usual? Has this become capture duty? Kevin says to search the warehouse and bring back anything you find. Surveillance and necro-bombardment reads null, but the pulsing means something. Search for artifacts, you know the drill. Guess it's time to go inside. There's some eyes. Terrence, why is it so dark in here? Wait. It looks like there's full power to the building. Something must be siphoning off all of the electricity. Luckily, the watchword is Luctum. That's the only option we have? Magic always makes me feel funny. Can't just push some more power to the grid? Not unless we want to make 2/3 of the city go dark. Just press the down arrow key to emanate some light from your body. It worked for Sherlock Holmes. You know that's a myth. Alright, I guess I will press the down arrow key after we finish this conversation. I'm also pushing an ability to you via Psylink. Anything emanating psychic energy or ghost particles will turn gray when you are near it. So just look for gray objects and press the up key when you're near them. Got it. All this new technology makes me anxious. I'm excited. Hey, I got psychic energies. A note. Oh no, it's just there's just little labels on the warehouse items. Well, okay. Uh-oh, something spooky, something weird in this neighborhood. This crate is bleeding clouds of darkness that burn the minds of beings arcane and ancient. I wonder what's inside of it. There's a small bone here. It's covered in tiny script that shifts underneath my fingers when I touch it. I'll put it in my pocket and have Kevin look at it when I'm done searching this warehouse. Peter Gabriel calms me. Okay. What else we got going here? And there's a door. We can't walk past the door, so... Yeah, spooky toolbox. There's a ring here. It looks expensive, and there's a small initial etched into the band. I can feel the weight of 10,000 failed relationships emanating from it. I'll put this in my pocket to show Kevin, because if there's one thing he knows about, failed relationships. Ah, the ghostly computer. This screen on this shipping computer is scrolling through the same text over and over again. It's a really big font, too. Oh, no. Want bad stuff, Hurdy. Want bad stuff, Hurty. That doesn't seem so bad. Jeff, can you hear me over the moans of the nether, daddy? What? Is that a thing? Linda's always writing about that stuff in her logbooks, but I'm just kidding. You find anything yet? A couple of things. Nothing to account for high levels of activity. I don't even feel that internal skull pressure that I normally get around to Tier 1. All in all, it's pretty quiet. Just quiet enough, I bet. In any case, bring back whatever you found. Best case scenario is we could do a hex or two and try and draw something out. Worst case, smash it all under a cinder block and we'll threaten whatever comes flying out with a gun. What about this computer? Should I just leave it? I don't know, that's not my job. I'll put Terrence on. Hey Jeff, well, first things first, do you think that computer's haunted? Mildly, if at all. There was some benign backwards writing. Oh wait, now it just says enter password if you dare. Seems to be a little overdramatic. There's nothing in the file about a computer password. We've got garage access codes, keycards, infrared alarm disabling PIN numbers. You realize it's just PIN, right? Personal identification number. But no computer passwords. I'm going to put my PIN number in the ATM machine. Well, alright then. I'll bring these things back to you and maybe we can get home before daybreak. I don't want to be coming back tomorrow night. I don't want to say anything before, but that definitely isn't going to happen. That steady hum? It isn't changing, but it is getting more powerful. Louder if you were a ghost. So you're telling me that I'm walking around in a genuine, real deal, escalating event? Kevin has been joking around, but he's worried. He's been deep in data and calling the archivists back home. I think he might have even called in another team. Oh, come on. He knows I'm qualified, and of course, it's going to be someone like Laura or Jesse. Kevin just loves to get them to show me up. I'm not sure this is comparative. He wants reinforcements, but he doesn't want to call in an emergency. You know how that looks on your record. Yeah, I guess I do. I'm coming back right now. What do you say now, computer? Nothing. Okay. Okay, the door's still there. For a minute it appeared not to be, and I was a little confused. You know, those boxes are still there. This one box that had, jeez, what was it? The toolbox had a ring. That other box had, oh, I can't even remember now. I'm not a very good ghost detective. But either way, I'm out of the warehouse now. Let's head back to the van. Again. Uh-oh. That's nice looking grass, huh? Three. I don't know what's going on there either, guys. Huh. I knew I'd have to come and save you again. Laura. You're in over your head, Jeff, just like always. Kevin. If you knew you were calling him back up, but her? Really? You just couldn't let me take care of it. Calm down, Jeff. It isn't like that. It is much worse. No, you couldn't have that. You had to make me look like a fool. Well, who killed that Minotaur? Who beat that rotworm to death with a muffler? Me. I did. I'm the one who gets his hands dirty every... Wait, what? You're right, Jeff. But I didn't call it to make you look like a fool. Things are... serious. Well, someone explain it to me. I'll give it to you straight, Jeff. All signs point to it being the moment you called me in was the moment you ceded control of this mission to me. We don't use that word in my missions, Kevin. We call it a Tier 0 event. I'll be honest with you, Jeff. You've never seen anything like this before. Neither have I. But I've trained with the best paranormal investigators in the world, and they've given me a lot to work with. What I need from you right now, before I tell you anything else, is for you to tell me if you want out. You can get in the van and go home, and we can pull in someone else for the wet work. Tonight is going to get worse before it gets better. I don't want to call in an emergency, but I might have to. So are you in or out? I'm in. Of course I'm in. Alright, then here it is. Every paranormal object, creature, phenomenon, and being in the city is converging on this block. We've never seen anything like this before. Worse, according to the archivists, has only been seen once before in history. I deployed every team I could find on short notice to critical ley zones across the city. They're setting up checkpoints to disrupt the flow of hauntings, but they're really just sandbags against a deluge. Everything unimaginable, and I mean everything, is coming. Our job is to find out why and to eliminate the reason. Kevin believes there might be some kind of horrible thing pulling everything together. Exactly. The number of creatures here is already staggering. The fact that they didn't manifest and tear you to shreds in that warehouse speaks to the fact that they're being controlled by a Tier 0 event. There's only two ways that it could happen. First is mere contingency, but Terrence checked every chart we have. No alignments, no dice. Craps. The second is a summoning. The old kind. Black candles, blood of innocence, robes, the whole works. We don't see it often because wannabes usually can't get it together. This time it looks like they did, Daddy. I don't understand. What do you want me to do? There's something connecting you to this event. If anyone else had gone into that warehouse, they would have come out in pieces if they made it out at all. Terrence compared some old architectural drawings with the actual blueprints of the warehouse. The office you were in probably has an undocumented tunnel. I need you to go back into that warehouse and find that tunnel. If we go in, we're dead. You might make it. While you do that, we're going to get on the horn with everyone we can think of to try to get this under control. We'll keep in radio contact with you as much as possible, but who knows what could happen in there. No one wants an emergency. No, we don't. We don't want that. Is there anything I need to do before I leave? Go talk to Terrence. He has some things that might help you. After that, go to it. Okay. I guess I can't talk to you guys about anything else. Wow. So you heard the news. Rough stuff, huh? Yeah. Yeah, it is. You can always say no, Jeff. You can always walk away. We haven't had an emergency in 13 years. One reason for that is luck. Pure luck. Other reason is that we refuse to let it happen. No one recovers from an emergency. There's no getting over it. It never stops weighing on you. Believe me. So I can't walk away. I'll do everything that I can to prevent that from happening. I've already seen it once. That's too many times for one person. Twice is unthinkable. I'm Gogo 13. What do you have for me, Terrence? Anything? Or am I just going in there to wait for something to snatch off my head? Well, between Kevin, Laura, and the archivists, I've been able to pull some text that might be helpful to you. Did you pick up anything in the warehouse that might give us more clues about this whole thing? This ring and this bone. But if Laura is right, every paranormal artifact and creature in 100 miles is on the way. These objects are just as alive as any banshee or zombie. They're all coming. The symbols on this bone, the etchings on this ring. I don't have any weapons or gadgets for you. There's literally nothing you can do if these artifacts are what I think they are. But there's some stuff on the danger cart. Knowledge might be the only thing that can save you tonight. Make sure you read the book on the top of the stack. Thanks, Terrence. I'll see you on the other side. You mean later? That's what I said. Guess I think I should have a look at these books. Language textbooks. Why? Wait, here we go. Some read by the Mesmeric Order. I like them. Preface to the book says they were all wiped out in a last-ditch effort to stamp out an ancient order of doomsday ascetics. That's scary. One might say it is. So this situation looks like a lot like the one we're dealing with tonight. 200 years ago, a similar event happened in Dusseldorf. But they nipped it in the bud. Andy? The descriptions of what the bodies looked like afterward. They didn't leave anything to the imagination. Definitely don't want to end up like one of those guys. I guess I better go to it. Can I live? No. There you go. Pressed the save button again. Let's go to it. Alright. Time to get on our way. As Jeff. The square dude. Thin little legs. Walking along. Yeah, the basic minimal graphic-y sort of warehouse. You will be visited. A triumvirate of flesh and feather and fur. Judged by maw and claw and beak. The prophecy of the roiling horde cannot be turned. It was written on the hearts of 1,000 Vale's finest warriors. It was scried from the guttural moans of every dying denizen of Hyperborea. There is no escape from this. Techniques etched into time itself prevent me from touching you now. Know this, it is coming. It has been foretold. Huh. Seems like a nice guy. I guess I better keep going. They'll contact me on the radio if there's cool stuff I need to know, I'm sure. Let's go inside and use our psychic G-com abilities. I no longer get any crazy readings from those boxes. Well, I guess this is always the one I got crazy readings from. Hey, over there, Zachary Dean. It's a cat on Halloween. Woo! Now the computer screen is just scrolling through random numbers and letters. Right. I've never seen most of these symbols. Hello, Jeff. What the hell are you... This is not hell, Jeff, but it can be in time. What information do you wish to know? I can tell you how you will die. I can tell you what color the sky will turn right before the end. My gosh, it's Pal! You will see all of these things soon enough. I need not tell you of them. It is written in the sky beyond the sky, on the waves of the ocean of time. There's a wagon wheel in the sky that turns, it's eternal, blah blah blah. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. You know, you're not the only possessed computer I've ever met, right? You play all this predictive analysis game like I'm supposed to be impressed that a demon inside of a computer can tell me things. I've lived in fire and ice since the moment your puny planet formed from yeah, I know all about it. Listen, I know there's a path here somewhere, and you're probably the only thing between me and it. Can't you just do me a favor and, you know, let me through here? Sorry, drink break. I've crushed saints and swordsmen beneath my hoof. I personally dragged Perlane the anchor to hell, with a rope looped beneath his jaw. You wish to best me, Jeff? You may have power, but on this night, you are less than nothing. I've been told that I cannot touch you, and I will respect the wishes of my master, but I do not have to help you. I will watch you die here. No one has ever suggested that the demon wasn't dramatic enough. Alright, what is the best... No, I've got it. Perlane the Anchor, huh? That means they call you Lauren. Perlane's great-granddaughter cast you into a beehive in 1621. Not the bees! Then she burned you. I will admit that I've always had a weakness for swarming. That also means that your real name is Falun Rain. Egyptologists loved you, and you showed up to devour Lord Brian Taylor in 1881. Ah, a Theron. I will admit that I did find London lovely. Of course you did. It was a prosperous time for your people. We did well. I also know that isn't your real name, Krunkow. How do you... Goodbye, Krun. Rivet Eistiker. Or Reddest Eyed Tever. No. What a jerk. Okay, so I guess we're going in. Oh, my psychic powers. Found the underground passage with admittedly creepy music in it. Tra-la-la. Really, guys? This is, Yeesh. No. What happened to my psychic powers? Terrence, can you hear me? Chip. Barely. You. Off map. Tracking you. Satellite? Is it interference? Mongolia. Lights are off and I didn't do it. I can't feel the magic. I feel empty. Try communicating with your girlfriend. I mean, try get underground. Further away. Nexus. Terrence? You saying I need to establish a new base for my Protoss? Terrence! Well, it sounded like he was saying get farther underground. I can't imagine that's actually going to help. Hello. There. But... Kevin? Kevin! How'd you get down here? Please tell me you have Linda. You afraid of the moon, Daddy? You afraid of what it brings? The hell are you talking about, Kevin? Where's everyone else? I watched the tide go out under that stinking moon. Dead city gleaming in the moonlight. I've said all this before. I've touched all this before. Kevin, how did you get here? We will build a pyre that will light the sky. The popping fat of a million of your fallen species will call the true dark from beyond this world. Baby, oh. When it shatters, you will know the crack formed here. If only I could touch you. If only I were not under that veil. Are you coming on to me, Wolfman Kevin? Veil? If only I could tear you apart, Daddy. Get away from me. Yeah, that ain't Wolfman Kevin. Ah, tentacles. The tentacles are gone. I have my powers back, though. Powers back. That little droid did it. Alright, another hallway. Hey, there's patterns back there. That's kind of neat. Is it my imagination? Or yeah, there's shadows dancing around on them. They're getting clearer, more defined. They're tendrils. Ephemeral tentacles. Ephemeral tentacruels. Hello? How did I get... I'll just lie here a little while. Maybe I'll just die. I'll just stay here and rot and get my soul sucked up into some kind of spirit prison. That's what I'll do. The developer of this game would like you to please sigh out loud. Use your full lung capacity. Thank you for embracing the interactivity of this medium and therefore making this art better in some small way. I can't just die here. depending on me. I have to get up. They'll put me on the wall of shame if I don't get up. I'll probably be trapped in a crystal prison for all eternity, and then, on top of that, new recruits will point at my awful security ID photo and laugh. They're still counting on me. Laura and Kevin need me to find out what's causing all this. Because everybody wants to know what's causing all this. Woo! Woo! So what if I fell through an abyss where the misshapen horrors that flip between the real and the unimaginable rest their heads? 2 years ago, I saw a Sumerian statue crack in half and release a gas that summoned a crocodile god that swallowed me whole. Made it through that, I can make it through anything. There probably won't be more wall tentacles. That passage had 500% more wall tentacles than most any other location I've been to. What are the chances of me seeing more? Slim, I bet. The chances are not slim at all. Great. Alright, up and at 'em. This semi-mystery won't walk itself. Let's save. Can't walk to the left. Guess we're walking to the right. Well, wait, this thing is gray. Can I interact with it? No. I can just make jack-off motions with my hand. Can you believe that guy? Alright, let's get going. For Kevin, Linda, and Aunt Gigi. Why don't you lay me down in the tall grass? Let me do my stuff. Jeff! Terrence! Thought I was out of range. Where am I? You were out of range. We had you pinging all over the world at one point. From what I can tell, you were delocalized. No way. I didn't feel that at all. It was all surreal. Believe what you want, but I'm pretty sure your spirit was all over the world. Your body probably just floated down the sewer and out that pipe. Or whatever. That's comforting. Sorry. Can you at least tell me where I am now? That is, unless this is some kind of post-death hallucination in which I'm living out my fantasy of mission success while in the afterlife, or perhaps purgatory. Well, let me check. The purgatorium levels are resting at a 3.22, which is cubicle level. You're probably in the real world. Good. So, where am I? You're about half a kilometer away from the warehouse. You're deeper inside the block than you were before. The interference is down from what it was before, but the dead winds are picking back up. There's a store in front of you. One of the emanating sources is coming from there, and Laura thinks there might be something underground there. Could be a delivery gone wrong. We've been checking shipping manifests, and the owner received several mysterious packages from all over the world recently. Or the owner could collect exoteric cutlery. Who knows? It's worth checking out in any case. Listen, interference is picking up. No, not this again. We sent part team. Watch for. She always flip tentacles. Terrence. Terrence, are you there? Well, that sounded awful. Walking to the right. Walking to the right. Let's go walking. Let's go walking. Walking to the right. It's a new room. Well, room in the sense that it's a new scene. Let's see what we have here. We have the edge of everything. Jeff! Jeff, I gotta be quick. We've had the nets up along key lay routes to your location. We've got an entire goblin colony on the way to you. There was some chatter among them, and we interrogated a few of them to get some info. Apparently a call went out just a few hours ago. There's either a tear or some kind of ship. The weird thing is they don't even know why they're headed here. They said that they just feels right. Mazda, it just feels right. That's an old slogan, if I remember right. Laura, I've never seen anything like this. Neither have I. No one living has, and as far as I can tell, no one has ever written about an event on this scale. I'm doing what I can on this end, but it is all up to you. We can't even get close now. Some intern walked 10 paces across the street toward your location, and a winged horde tore his right arm off. Or his arm right off. Might be his left arm, though. He's still there. We can't reach him. We're holding him off as much as we can, but you've got to hurry. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Neither do I. We're working on an insertion team for support. This is really last ditch, but we're trying. This could be it, though. We might have to call in an emergency. It might be too late. A little longer. Just a little longer. There's some kind of building in front of me. I'm going to explore it and see if I can make any headway. Looks like the back door is open, Lazy Rider. I'll call back when I have some info. The floor, The man walked with a winnowing fan on his back, and the young boy spoke to him as he passed. The man sat down next to the boy on the brick wall and told him a story about coming and going, leaving and being left, tragedy and triumph that looked like neither those who were not there. At the end of the story, the man asked the boy why he thought that the err'body he was carrying before him was a winnowing fan. The boy could not answer that, nor could he quite explain what a winnowing fan was. The day had almond-colored hue. As the boy tried to explain himself, the man looked up at the sky and laughed, cackled, guffawed until clouds gathered overhead. The boy became scared, terrified. When thunder crashed, and as the rain came down in torrents, the man opened his mouth, now gullet, and drank it all in, filling himself with water, drowning while standing. New level, I guess. No, you can't go home again. Okay, I don't have psychic light time to use. Pretty much just walk and interact and turn on my headlight. Turn on my headlight. Hey, nice collection here. It's a pretty sweet apartment. Alright. All of these books are worn with use and age. Somebody's really done their research. I see a surprising amount of history here. Normally you see lots of dudes, fake books made for phony 19th century lords. A dude! Whoever put this collection together has a very discerning eye. We're a pretty good research team. And a bunch of discerning eyes. This shelf is covered in books. Who would have thought? I read some of these. Turnbull the Red's Lexicon, Queen Anne's Treatise on the Underworld. Some of this stuff, though. Catch Near Sea's History of Magic and Technology, Akon's Travelogue. It's amazing how many of these things come out every year. Bet these books have something to do with all this mystery. It's a mystery of the desert. It's a pretty nice apartment here. I think I gotta save before I talk to the scientist. What a surprise seeing you here. You're so much younger than they describe you. I didn't even think it was possible for you to come this far forward. You look so serene. It hasn't happened yet. So few make it to even your age. So this is it? You're the cause? That giant globe? That must be the heart of the Nexus. You must be the shop owner who collects esoteric materials. And all the while you were some kind of evil scientist. I'm afraid not. I'm afraid that you're far away from where you were supposed to be. Something has slipped. I won't deny that you are here and that I am here. But one thing does not always follow another. Wait, what do you know how long I've lived here in this bunker? I have lived so many lives. The spells grow weaker each time. I and my forebears have leeched this land. I knew that I would see you one day. I've waited on it. I've dwelled on whether I should say it. Say it? Can't you see what I'm trying to tell you? I love you. My batchfather passed it unto me, and his batchfather unto him, and further, all the way to the first utterance. The word which shatters a stone will not wait. My decision will be made for me. I will speak it and be pulled away from here. I will be torn apart. All of this life, wasted. I don't understand. Stop talking. Wal Rom Hanra. The sky will crystallize like glass. The elements will perforate. Only shadows will remain, and from that will come new life. Stop. You're under arrest. What are you doing? Do you have any idea what's going on up there, up above? People are dying. People are going to die. You've got to explain yourself. I've got to save them. You're very brave. Terrence, Lauren, Kevin, is anyone picking this up? I've got esoteric scientist down here, some kind of bunker. He has a globe. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Hello? Anyone? All I get is some awful buzzing noise. Tonight is just awful. Well, obviously that thing is gray. Alright, I'll go observe it. The giant orb shows some kind of lifeline, maybe. It's good. Hopefully I still have phone a friend, 50-50, and pull the audience. But there's so many layers. There's a core, but it's obscured. It's beautifully crafted. Through all of the strata, this one line bleeds through. It doesn't look dangerous. It just looks like a map. But to what? And to what end? I know not. Time goes on. Bloody mirror. So, you know, as soon as I get above ground again, heck, I might even pull out my cell phone, see if I got a signal, you know. That's a big old tree, and its bark is the same color as my skin. Well, let's keep heading to the right. What's that up in the distance? Apparently nothing. Big Top Pee-wee? Okay, so we got the dragon breathing fire all over itself on this tapestry. It doesn't seem to mind. There are people at the bottom of the tapestry, but they don't look harmed. They're falling down. They're beneath the dragon, but they don't seem to understand. There's some script here, but I can't read it. If only I'd taken at least one course in a dead yet not forgotten language. Is this the moral of this story, folks? Are the people becoming the words? What about this one? This tapestry shows a giant orb. Looks a lot like the one I saw in that lab. Or could it be the moon? Wish I could read this text. It looks so beautiful. Oh, I can't read. Hey there, buddy. I have waited so long already. Here you are, traveler, far too early and late. I saw you in the dream written in ash.
brittle bones shake in anticipation of your arrival.
Where am I? Can you at least tell me that? I'm so tired.
This land has no name. The word is stone. I have traveled far from my own home to reach this place in this time. We read your arrival in the soil and stars. An unpriest with glass read 3 tales in dark behind the largest star. It showed you here, and here you are.
Behind soil. What? The hell are you even talking about? First some bald scientist who speaks in riddles, and now a funhouse priest who can't thread 2 sensible words together. Just great.
It is a momentous occasion. You have the world inside of you. I see it. I can see the world. So soon it has curled itself around your soul. You will never rid yourself of it. It lives. Walranghanra. The last word.
Oh my god. Oh my god. My...
The worm beneath the ledge no longer needs you, traveler.
Know that there's nothing you could have done differently.
Oh, jeez, that's not good. And everything is as it should be.
Chloe, did it work?
It did. I feel awful, but I'm here. Jeff isn't anywhere around, though. I'm afraid that loss of signal might mean the worst.
He was pinging all over again, and then he was just gone.
Don't take it hard, Terrence. You got the machine working. I'm in now. There's still time to save everything.
I hope you're right. I need to call my mom.
Yeah, I think you do.
Okay, look, there's a huge energy reading somewhere ahead of you. It might be a portal or a shrine of some kind. Kick it, blow it up, something, anything. I just saw Wayne disintegrate.
Jesus wanted to know, tie that thing down!
Terrence?
Terrence? I just got bigger all of a sudden. Looks like someone fell through the floorboards here. I can see the basement floor and about 8 feet down. It appears to be empty. I should go the other way.
Alright. Let's take Chloe and her spindly legs on along another quest to the right. Spliced into the story, she walked forward, understanding that what had already happened would happen again, but not to her, and that the journey forward had already become about escape rather than completion. And so she walked. Next slide, please. Next slide. Hey, look. Thingy. So, we got some doors here. And a Burning Man. Let's go to Burning Man.
Away.
But I need to pass. I need to get out of here. My team. They're back at the site. I thought there'd be a plug to pull or a crystal to destroy or a monster to drop in a pit. There's none of that.
Lock.
Guess I have to find a way to make you leave.
So is there actually going to be an element of choice at this point?
Hello, little llama. How are you doing?
Now after it has ended, a new one appears.
Ended?
Everything is pieces now, but you still stand. I will give you my blessing in exchange for a choice. Beyond me there are 3 artifacts. They are the products of their own cycles. Touch them and they will speak. When you have chosen the one which hounds your heart, touch it again and return to me. Press up arrow while overlapping each artifact to listen to its story. When you have chosen your favorite, interact with it a second time and return to the alpaca. Choose carefully, you only get 1 chance.
Let's see, we got a key, we got a locket, we got a mask. I'm a mask, I resemble a monster. I could be the source of all nightmares. I was once like you in a fashion. I lived my life waiting for death. I yearned for it without yearning. Passion on the edge of emptiness. While cutting the one day's harvest, I looked out at the darkness on the edge of the field. Saw a great white flash that began to slowly, methodically rip apart the world. I knew that it was the end of all, and I was settled. Because of that, I'm always here, right now, as the self-satisfied totem. This choice means satisfaction.
A little less conversation, a little bit of action.
I'm a key. I've unlocked everything. I've never been like you, but I watched you from afar. I witnessed and spoke with a quiet clicking sound that you chose not to hear. I told everyone that the mountains of sludge would one day overrun us, but no one listened. I doubt they could have listened if they wanted. A calming wind began to rot us all down to the bone. I could do nothing, and so did nothing, and I exist this way, always, unlocked, unlocking. This choice means an open wound.
I am a pendant, I have waited. I found the heart of the world and bundled it up so tightly that when the crashing noises ruptured, the sound itself, I knew it could not be saved. When they came for me, I hid myself deeper. I found cracks beneath the walls of things, and when they sealed them up, I fled the other way. I bent myself until I broke, and still I kept this word. What would I be without it? This choice means hope.
So, hope, open wound, satisfaction. Now let's try satisfaction.
You've chosen the mask.
You've made your choice.
I have. This one is special.
They're all special. Each is a diamond crafted from light, and the ever-reaching cyclical screech of an ending. This world folds you yet again, but still some things will remain. I will do what I can for you. We are no longer enemies. There's nothing left to be done but wait. Nothing inside of you has changed. Leave this place. You have my blessing.
Thank you. I'll pet you now. There you go. Who's a good little alpaca? La-da-da. Alright, I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way.
And there's a bird. It's like a bird. It'll only fly away.
I've read about you. Laura briefed me. We were sure you would be here. You're the turn.
It's a time of turning, surely. But I am what I am, and that's all that I am. Your ghosts and your ghouls are foreground for drama, unlike any other.
We found stories about you in books from the Middle Ages. A comet fell in the middle of northern Europe. A small bird, mustachioed and lithe, picked up stone and flung it in the ocean. And the cave paintings. We had to hide so many cave paintings. You're a legend.
I'm merely a messenger. A harbinger. You know me as a word. I know you as a gap in time, and the other. He was merely a wind-blown speck. It is larger than all of this. You may have a moment of peace. Make no mistake, it has already happened. We are merely waiting for the signs, like a blister after a burn. Return.
Great. What's going on in here? The room is squigglies. Dunk. Aha, dunk.
A glory box. A glory box.
Hidden in the dark
Like all things, you have found me.
A mantis shrimp?
We each lived for 1,000 years. I am the 80th of my line, the last of... Oh, shit. I missed some dialogue there. You've done well, Chloe. Knowing your hand in these final moments brings me joy. I've known all of your species, but you, in the fortuitous moment, are special.
Why me? I walked in this portal. Everything's being pulled apart. Why is this happening?
You are another in a long line. It is not your fault. It will happen over and over again, and this barren soil will transform into fertility again. The storm comes, and with it comes life. This is the end, but every end is a beautiful beginning. If only you could see the world as one of my order. If only it were in your capacity to sense the way I do. I'll crush the lock between you and understanding. Another cycle, in another time, you are powerful. A second life, a third, 1,000. You will have these things and more, but I fade. I'm not so resilient.
Wait, but... He's gone. Oh,
Boy, I'm getting tired. I'd wanted to do this in just one long shot, but of course I didn't know how long the game was. Well, the mask is gone anyhow. I picked my item. What will it do? Don't go that way. Go this way, folks.
Chloe. Oh my god, Little, we've got Chloe. Can you hear me? Chloe, can you hear me? Terrence, I have no idea where I am. There were animals. They told me that everything was over. They told me that this world was going to collapse. There was a portal. Terrence, did you call your mother?
Wait, you didn't do anything? You were gone. You go and come back and things are fixed. That's how these things work every night, just like Jeff said.
I don't know where Jeff is, but I bet he would apologize to you right now if he could. There wasn't anything, Terrence. There wasn't a leader, or a monster, or a subterranean species. It was just... I don't know, riddles maybe. There was just knowledge.
Chloe, this is Laura. Terrence, he isn't doing so well. You don't have to tell me what happened. I know that you did your best.
I would have tried if there were anything to try. It was all empty, Linda. It was just empty. I think you're going to have to call in an emergency. It was wonderful to have you as a commander, Laura.
Chloe, you don't understand. I called in an emergency less than 10 minutes after you inserted. We received reports from every single operation, a clan of banshees in one location, followed by scuttling horrors in another, one after another, all night long. Everyone I called in tonight is dead. No one is answering the radio at the archive now. I made an international call 5 minutes ago and someone answered, but it wasn't a person any longer. This is so much bigger than we thought it was, so much worse. No one was repaired. We're holed up in the van now. That's all we can do. I'm trying to get a beat on you now. None of us have any idea what we should do now, but at least we can come get you. If these readings are correct, we're parked 100 yards in front of you. You made it a long way. We're miles from the site now.
It's like I was meant to be here.
I'm willing to believe anything, I guess. We're parked at the Overlook. Things are tense.
Find us.
Oh boy. Hey, there they are. Hey guys, I'm much taller than all of you.
Chloe, I'm so glad you made it here. I'm so confused. Nothing I did. Well, here we are.
You did the best you could, Daddy. I'm sure of it. How could you have known? Everything. I was watching the moon right before you got here. Something passed behind it.
I could see it barely along the glowing edge. Chloe, it was enormous. But I'm not afraid. It was like looking at a photograph. It was like home movies. It was really entertaining. It had Brendan Small and H. John Benjamin. It was like going home again. Things will be okay. Terrence is right. It is like home movies. Things will right themselves again. Everything will come around again. You were the best team member I ever had.
Thanks, Laura.
Are you ready? I think I'm ready.
No. I have so many things left to say. I have so many people I want to talk to tell how I feel. This can't be it. This can't be happening.
I think it is.
I can't believe it.
Everything will be fine. Hold my hand. Oh boy. Hey, giant tendrils. They're enveloping everything. And now there's nothing on the screen. That's the end. Well, I wonder whether or not purchasing any of the... wonder whether or not the one appearance of a choice I had would have made a big difference. Perhaps I'll go back and make an additional video at some point. Explore that possibility. But for right now, that was your spooky, spooky game for spooky, spooky Halloween. This is Bobo the Vulture. I'm very tired. It's after midnight. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Happy Halloween, everyone. Good night.